Hey everybody, welcome back to Floppa. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to do some stuff. So we are going to be coding the interwebs, and we are going to be coding feeding him because, uh, uh, I don't know, that's something that comes with the interwebs. So I want to thank you guys for the support on my last couple of videos. This is a lot of views. So we're just going to get into it. We're going to... So UI design is something you're going to have to get good at on your own. I can't help you get better with UIs. It's kind of just a lot of trial and error. I'm gonna make some really bad UIs in this video because it's just for like demonstration purposes and stuff like that, but you could do whatever you want. You can make the UIs look however you want. Okay, let's get into it. Let's just get a laptop model off the toolbox. Laptop. Over. There's no scripts in it, so we can just move this over, and we are going to be messing with like proximity prompts and stuff like that. So we're gonna make a part. We're gonna name this part computer, or you can name it whatever you want. And then we're gonna make this smaller, and then we are going to make it transparent. We're gonna anchor it, and we're gonna turn cancel light on, and we'll move it right here. And then inside the computer, we are going to put a proximity prompt. And we're going to do turn on computer. That's what we're going to call this. Turn on. So basically, we walk up to the computer in game. Click. Show you. We walk up to it in game. You can see there's a little proximity prompt, but obviously this doesn't. Yeah. I'm also going to move the spawn location. This is kind of... Okay, so now let's go to starter GUI. Let's make a new screen GUI. We're going to call this. Can I rename it, please? Okay. We're gonna call this computer, or you can call it whatever you want. Insert a scrolling frame into your computer. Size it up. Then go to this plugin I'm going to be linking in the description called Autoscale Lite. Click unit conversion and then hit size, scale, and then look at this. It automatically scales your UI. Very, very useful. So we're also going to put a text label on top of our scrolling frame. Let's move this down. Text label. This is really rudimentary UI design. This isn't like going to be incredible. So then let's scale it up. Call it. We're making a game called Razor Red Square. Let's do Red Online Square. There we go. Red Online Square. That's what we're this. And then Oswald or To. It doesn't really matter what font you use. Let's just do why not? It looks all futuristic and techy. Something I like to do on my user UIs or GUIs or whatever. Go over to like scrolling frame or something, and set the background transparency 0.5. Set the background color to gray, maybe a lighter gray. Copy the gray and then paste this to 0.5. I don't know. I like to do that with a lot of my UIs. I think the actual Floppa game does this too. So we have this game here. We have this little UI here. Now we can go to our scrolling frame and insert a image label. This is an image label. Then we could size the image label up a little bit, and then we could put it like here. Now it's really weird moving image labels and scrolling GUIs. I don't know why Roblox does this, but as you can see, I'm moving it like this, and it's doing this to me. So we're gonna be messing with positions a lot because you can't just move UIs like that. And then you want to add a text button and size this up. We'll put it. We're putting it in the image label, by the way. Put it here. In the image, what is our? So we're gonna do food. Okay, let's do food. Make it a review by food. Let's find an image of food. Food. That is a really foul picture of mac and cheese. I don't know why it looks like that to me, but so now we're gonna go to the button. We're gonna do food for square, and then we're gonna type in buy for 500 or buy for 25. 500 is unrealistic. We're also gonna scale this and just do as many spaces as you need for it to go on the other line. Come on. For the buy to go on the other line. That's what we want. That's why I'm adding spaces to it. So you have to add less UI elements and stuff like that. Looks just good. There we go. There's our little UI. And then now we're going to put a local script in our computer. Actually, before we do that, go to our text label, text button, move this over. Text scale X. Let's move. I just get it as perfect as possible. And then to make it stand out, we can make it red. Call this close. Make sure that's a text button. Okay, so now let's actually code this. So we're gonna do game.workspace.computer. Proximity prompt triggered connect function. Okay, so now we're gonna do script.parent scrolling frame visible equals true. I just want to set these to be invisible. We'll do that once we're done. And script.parent text label visible equals true. Okay, so that's all we need to do there, and then we need to do script.parent text label close mouse button one click connect function, and then we're just going to copy this and then change these to false. And if you want to add sound effects to this, it's not hard. We can go to audio and then computer. Windows start. Doesn't really matter. We could just use this one. We can call this startup. Game.workspace.startup play. Play. We should be able to close this. I'll scale the UIs in a minute. Okay, so of course we're gonna go to auto scale light. I will leave the plugin link to this in the description. It's very good. And then we're going to scale the scrolling frame, scale the text label, scale what's in the text label, scale this, scale this. Play. Boom. It's all scaled. It looks much better, but obviously we can't buy food for our square yet. So we're actually going to make a little food tool here. So let's just make this invisible. So let's just search up food. Teach you how to make the food model. So pizza slice. Boom, it's just a little pizza slice part. Perfect. We're going to rename our pizza slice to handle. Whatever is in our pizza slice. Okay, that's a mess. So now we're going to drag this over to replicated storage. We're going to make a tool. We're going to insert a tool into replicated storage. We're going to call this food. Drag our handle into that. Make sure your handle isn't anchored. And then we're going to make a folder in replicated storage called purchasables. Or I don't know, however the hell you want to spell that. So then we're going to drag food in purchasables. And now we are going to do script.parent scrolling frame. And then we'll name the image label now. We're going to do food text button mouse button one click connect function. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to do game.players local player backpack. So wait, well here's what we'll do. Do game.replicated storage purchasables food clone. So we'll do food equals, and that's the clone, and then local food, and then food dot parent equals game. Okay, game dot players dot local player dot backpack. That's the parent. So now if we well, there's no, it's not checking for money, but we just go ahead and buy our food. So we go over to our computer, place the startup sound, buy it, and it'll give us our pizza slice. Now obviously this won't just work, we can't just put it in the food bowl. So okay, so now we're gonna code the food actually like filling the bowl. We're gonna go to is full, okay, so we're gonna insert a remote event into replicated storage, and we're gonna call it feed. Then we're gonna go and copy our little computer thing, and we're gonna move it over here, and we're gonna rename it to feed. We're gonna change the action text and object text. So now that we've done that, go over to our local script in computer. We can do game.workspace.feed proximity prompt triggered connect function do if game.players.localplayer dot backpack find first child food is not nil, then so basically this is if it doesn't find food in their backpack, it will respond with nil. So if it isn't nil, so if it does find food in their backpack, it will go to this next part. Then we're gonna do if game.isFull or game.workspace.isFull.value isn't true, so you can't fill a full bowl. We're gonna do game.players.localplayer.backpack find first child food destroy, and then game.replicated storage feed fire server. Then we're going to go to is full. We're going to put a script inside of it, and we're going to do game.replicated storage.feed on server event connect function script.parent.value is true. Go over here, play, go, and we have this, so it's not full, you can't get food. So we go over to our computer, buy the food for the square, we eat. Okay, sorry guys, I made a bit of a mistake in my code. We actually need to do .localplayer.character, which is basically to check if it's in their hand. Sorry, that was my bad. So now if we walk over to our computer here, buy our food, we hit E on this, our food will disappear, and it will turn is full, and he can eat it. Okay, so, and if we hit this again, it doesn't go to full. So if we go back and we buy more food, it becomes full. We can also stack food if we want. We can stock up on food. But now we'll actually make the item in the shop cost something. So let's go back to our local script. Let's do if game.workspace.money.value is above 24, then so we want our food cost 25, so we have to do 24 to check if it's above 24. If we wanted it to be above 25, then it would be 26. So now if we go set our money to 24 in game, play, go here, we can buy him food. We have to go to our little guy, we have to click him, we have to get the money, buy the food. There we go. But it doesn't take our food, or it doesn't take our money, so let's add that real quick. game.workspace.money.value equals game.workspace.money.value minus 25. Okay, so now we have food in our shop. Now I'm going to teach you how to make an actual purchase, because I'm sure you want to have content in your game. So we're going to add a part, and we are going to make our little guy follow our cube around. So we're going to call this guy purple square. Purple. And then we are going to go through the same process we did with this guy. We're going to duplicate this. We're going to make this smaller. Or we're going to call this humanoid root part. Now, sometimes I misspell humanoid. If you have any issues with these tutorials, it's because I misspelled humanoid. So then we'll do torso. Group these two. We'll duplicate it. Right leg. Left leg, right arm, left arm, head. So now we can group all these. We could add more shit to this if we wanted to. We could add a face and stuff like that. We could add. So now we have this. We'll call this purple, and we'll add a humanoid. Then we'll drag this to purchasables. If it'll work. Drag this to purchasables. And we'll copy the script in square main. Paste it in purple. And then we will remove everything but all the pathfinding stuff out of here. Then we'll go, and we just want this humanoid move too. So we want it to follow our square around. So what we're gonna do, we are going to do math.random game.workspace.square humanoid root part position plus 5, or actually this is the z, so z position z plus 5. Then we're gonna do copy this and do minus 5. Then you want to copy this part, like all of this. I know it's a bit of a mess. And then you want to replace this math.random with this. Then you want to replace this with x. And we'll actually drag him out of purchasables for right now, just to see if he follows our guy around. So hit run. He should follow our red cube around. Okay, I must have made a mistake here. This is like a really finicky line. I just copied this line from my other game. This is like a really weird line. I'm just gonna leave it in the description. You could steal this line because it's a lot here. So if we hit run, this guy should go ahead and follow our square. As you can see, that's what he does. Takes a random spot close to our square, moves to it. Now if we want to make him move around more, because our square moves around a lot, we can just set this to 1. And every 1 second he will pick a new spot around our square and move to it. See? So now we have purple here. So what are we going to do with purple? Purple's pretty cool. So first of all, we gotta weld this all together because we didn't do that. So select humanoid root part, weld it all together just like we did with our original square. So let's move this guy back to purchasables. Now we're gonna make a new folder in workspace called purchased. And then we're going to put a value inside of purchased called a bool value, boolean value. And we're going to set this to purple or whatever, all your things. So it could be noob, it could be dad, it could be whatever you want this value to be called. Then you want to put a script inside of it, but we'll come back to that later because we're not going to edit this yet. First, we need to make the little part in our UI. Make the scrolling frame visible. copy food. Let's duplicate it. And then let's just use positions here to move it over. I don't know what position edit exactly. Edit this one. Let's just do 300. 5. So then let's rename this to purple. Hit the text button. Let's see, auto feed square. That's what we'll make purple do. 5 for 500. Okay, so you can auto feed your square for 500. Let's give this a name. I don't know why they just. Oh, it's because I. Oh, let's give this a little thing. That's what we're gonna do. That's fun. Slash one. Day. Come on. Okay. Another Among Us image. There we go. That one worked. So what we also want to do is we want to go to scale the size. We want to scale text. So now let's go to computer. Then let's do let's put a script here. Actually, we'll put a script inside of purple's text button. So script.parent mouse button one click connect function. So we're gonna do if game.money or game.workspace.money.value is above 499, then game.workspace.purchase purple.value equals true. Game.workspace.money.value equals game.workspace.money.value minus 500. Okay, so now we're going to set this to visible because we don't need it anymore. Okay, so now let's run over to our script here. Let's do script.parent get property change signal, and then in quotations we're going to put value. This is really weird. I don't know why Roblox has it like this because it's kind of bad, but let's just do connect function, then script.parent or game.workspace.replicated game.replicated storage purchasables.purple clone local purple equals and purple.parent equals game.workspace. So now if we set our money to 499, we'll set his full to true. We'll set his hunger to 100 because I don't have it on 100. About. I hit run. I'm sorry. Play here. Okay, so now if we click on this, get money, use money, buy this, and then purple will follow him around. But obviously he doesn't feed our square for us. Very easy thing to implement. Look. So we'll go to the script we put in is full. We're gonna do while wait 0. We're gonna do while wait 3 do if game.workspace.purchase.purple.value equals true, then script.parent.value equals true. This is basically just every 3 seconds it checks if purple is true, then it fills full. So let's get our $1 required. Buy our purple guy. It's full is set to true, and we did buy him food and it wasn't already true, I don't think. I'm gonna end the video here. This is probably our longest video in the tutorial series. So today we learned how to make the interwebs, we learned how to make the food for him, and we learned how to make a little guy that follows him around and sets his food to full. If you guys did enjoy this video, it would really be appreciated if you hit that subscribe button, liked, and commented. And if you have any problems, tell me in the comments section down below, and I will do my best to help you out. Thank you so much for the support on the other videos. I've never, within my like 6 years of doing YouTube, gotten this many views in such a short period of time. Really cool. Thank you so much. I'm gonna be making more tutorials outside of Race Floppa once I finish this series. I'm thinking the next episode or the episode after that is gonna be the last episode in this series. I think after that you'll know what to do. Okay. Anyways, if you did enjoy, hit that like button down below. Bye bye.